What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew? This is Ball Hawk Ifeatu Melifonwu of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
You all, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to thank you all for joining us here today, Lions Talk Live post-game show edition. You know, if you're a fantasy football owner, you probably love this, especially if you have the Detroit Lions on your team. If you're just a fan of Detroit Lions, you know, maybe this isn't the best of times for you. But real quick, if you guys can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Putting in one heck of a day. What's 6 hours or so of content today. So hopefully you guys can help out a little bit here. Hey, let's start with the bad, because you know what? There's a little bit there. With no official word currently on Carlton Davis or Aleem McNeil, but Carlton Davis, a jaw injury. The fact they took him out, my guess is he probably got a little concussed. I don't know that. That's speculation on my behalf. We'll see, if his status for next week. Beyond that, Aleem McNeil, you could see how upset he was on the sidelines and trying to leave the field. That as a coach, when you see a player do that, I'm going to guess that, yes, it is probably not good news. But he was able to mostly walk off on his own power, so hopefully it's not a horrible injury. We probably won't know until tomorrow or Tuesday. My guess is tomorrow. Let's also face it, the Philadelphia Eagles won again, so you know what? You're now tied with them record-wise, but the Lions are still in first place of the NFC currently. So what does this mean? Lions are going to have to win out, in my anticipation, to have the number one seed in the NFC, and they may have to win out in order to get the NFC North. If you're a Lions fan, you're probably now a Bears fan come tomorrow night. We'll see what shakes out with that deal, but my guess is these injuries are starting to have a cumulative effect on things. I am not a fan of the game plan that Aaron Glenn employed today. I thought all week long, if you watch the show, I thought we would have a lot of delayed blitzes, try to keep containment and keep him in the pocket, Josh Allen that is, while keeping him under some duress. The fact that we didn't do that we mostly worked on 5 or 4-man fronts, I was incredibly, and I mean underline that 500 times with a bunch of exclamation points, incredibly surprised by that. The offense, got off to a slow start, but it did enough. I mean, let's be honest, man. You put up nearly 500 yards passing for Goff, 5 touchdowns. And yes, I get the Bills' defense isn't great, but you know what? That should be enough to win most games. The Lions, just the defensive game plan, I thought, I'm just going to be honest, I thought it was trash. For what you're trying to do or not give up to Josh Allen, I thought it was trash. And it's no disrespect for Aaron Glenn. Anybody who's coached for a length of time understands you're not always going to have your best efforts. You're not always going to have your best game plans. There's probably a lot of people that think what I do, when I coach are trash. In fact, I'm sure of it. So take it all with a grain of salt. We all probably as Lions fans also knew this winning streak was going to end at some point. It's just the fact that you've got 2 losses on the season and both of them are at home. That's probably the surprising thing. The good thing for the Detroit Lions, the next 2 games are on the road, and he might be facing 2 teams that really don't have much to play for other than pride. Not that pride's not enough, but it'll be interesting to see how they handle it. Lions are going to have to pick themselves off the mat. I don't think anybody watching this game is going to be able to say, hey, the end is near, it's doom and gloom. It's not. But you can see why Josh Allen is perhaps the MVP of the NFL. The guy's big, he can throw, he's accurate, he makes good decisions nowadays. He's just tough to stop, and that Bills offensive line is probably one of the better ones in the NFL on top of that. Detroit Lions fans, I'm guessing most of us are wanting to watch it all burn, but it is what it is. Pick yourself up off the mat, move on to next week, and go from there. Because I'm going to guess, before the season started, if I told you the Lions are going to be 15-2, everybody would have been on board with it. The fact that it's just, man, it's really going to come down to the last few weeks to see if you're the number 1 seed or the number 5 seed. Whatever it is, it's going to be a heck of a run these next 3 weeks to the finish line. All right, let's see. Let me pull up NFL scores and get to the game stats. because you know what? There were probably a lot of stats for the Detroit Lions. Box scores. Let me get this here. For the Lions, Goff, 6 yards shy of 500. How about that? I didn't realize he was that close. 5 touchdowns, 120, we'll just say 128 rating. The running game for the Detroit Lions, this is probably one worry I would have. This is 3 straight games where their running attack really has been held in check, in my opinion. And that's against Green Bay, and then also against the Bears, and now with the Bills. The Bills had come in allowing 4.7 yards a carry. Not so much today. The passing attack, another story. As far as receiving, Dan Skipper had the big touchdown grab for 9 yards. Good for him. Jamison Williams, 37 yards on 3 catches with a score. Gibbs had a score at 83 yards receiving, 16.6 average. Tim Patrick, 4 touchdowns and a score. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, 14 catches, 193 yards and a score. I mean, you got to score. Everybody got to score if you're a Detroit Lion. Defense with no sacks, I'm pretty sure. And I'm scrolling through it. No sacks, no picks, no turnovers. Really, and that's probably the difference of the game. The fact you couldn't produce a turnover or really consistently keep the Bills at bay. That's going to be one of the burning topics all week long. All right, let's get over to you guys real quick in the Duke Crew. Dan, P7, I hope they come back and you have changed your thumbnail. Let's hope so, my friend. Thomas, the Lions looked pretty bad today. The defense just couldn't stop anybody. Josh Allen was having his way. He was. Black Lion, that was probably the worst I've seen them play all year. Losing McNeil was rough. Didn't understand that onside kick with 12 minutes. Yeah, Black Lion, I think you're spot on with that. I think a lot of us did not understand that with 12 minutes. But at the end of the day, I mean, you nearly got the onside kick. If you would have, you probably would have had 3 shots probably 1 shot to get you down the field a little bit, call a timeout, maybe another one to set up 1 play for the end zone. Thomas, thought we had the onside kick. What a bummer. Yeah, I did too. I think a lot of people thought we got it there. T. Hurd, what do you got? Got to get healthy. AG's got to figure out mobile quarterbacks. Not wrong there. Thomas, maybe we meet them again in the Super Bowl. Fingers crossed. Let's hope so. Matty B, that was all scheme. Blitz would have won for us. And again, I really thought going into this week, and I know I was talking about it Tuesday, Wednesday, etc., even this morning, I thought we'd be getting a ton of safety, corner, delayed linebacker blitzes. We got none of it. Thomas, need Bears to beat the Vikings tonight. Is it tonight or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow, but maybe I'm wrong. JDC, hi all. Hey, JDC. DM5, that was the dumbest move I've seen by a head coach. Well, it happens. Jess, I'll go with that. Pierce, I've been saying panic mode for a month. You might be right. Taya, what do you got? A good game? It was. It ended up being a 1-score game. Mr. Nico, Brad is busting out the checkbook. We'll be fine. Let's hope so. Vikings play tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bears and Vikings tomorrow night. Cody, AG stinks against mobile quarterbacks. It could be true. Pierce, all we needed was 1 stop. We did, unfortunately. Team Matty B, Green Bay plays tonight. Okay, thank you. Team Matt, we'll get right versus Chicago. Can't wait to be there for that game. Exclamation point. Have a great time, by the way, Matt. This is just a whole lot more exciting to see in person. Yeah, it is, man, 100%. Keeping it lazy. Glasgow was getting worked all game. Yeah, and I don't know the official stat, but Oliver, I want to say he ended up with 14 pressures. Let that sink in. In one game, he was an OMG, a one-man gang. DM5, that onside kick gave them a touchdown. Had we stopped them, would have won. Yeah, that's true. Would have. Turner knee the ball back. Turner, I'll go with that. Cody, worst part of today was the run defense. That was disappointing. It was, man. Nathan, what the heck? I'll go with, I don't know, man. We're all probably scratching our head to some degree. Damien, today was Buffalo's day. Yeah, it could be just that too. 100%. Great game. Los Angeles, anytime we go against a mobile quarterback, our defense is terrible. We're going to have to figure that out pretty quick here because guess what we got? Some mobile quarterbacks coming up. Gabe, I need to hear about Aleem McNeil before I start to worry about this defense. Yeah, and all I can tell you is the watching the replay, I hope I'm wrong. We'll just put it that way. Walt, the defense let us down today. Great game no matter what. Fair enough. Matty B, our run offense was just as bad as our pass rush. And that's the surprising thing. And again, for 3 straight weeks, it doesn't mean we haven't had some runs here and there, but for the most part, I think our run offense has been a little limited. Nathan, we need to get the D working a lot better. I'll go with that. Wow, we got eaten alive in D. We did. Smash the like button. Thank you for that. Joe, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you guys would, please. The run offense was terrible. Concurred. Vernon, no why panic when we. Okay. Let's see. Keeping it lazy. Glasgow got worked all game. Yeah, I've not been an overly impressed fan of his the last 6 weeks or so. I think he's struggling mightily. Silver Surfer, man, the onside kick was way too early. Smelled like that right away. I don't understand Campbell. He has no measure. He just doesn't get it as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Lions Talk Live fan. They brought the rust back. Yes, they did. Gabe, Aaron Glenn's inability to scheme against mobile quarterbacks is worrisome. That'll be probably one of the biggest things talked about this week. So I think you're spot on with that, my friend. Great legs. Pardon my French, but what a BS game. Guess what happened when we started blitzing? We started stopping them. Unreal. Yeah, and again, not to beat the dead horse, but I really thought we were going to see that left and right all week long. You can't limit Josh Allen totally. You can't, but I just thought rushing with only 4 people, I mean, you were allowing him to do whatever he wants. And, somebody who coaches basketball, I put it this way to you guys in terms. If you're not in somebody's face, you're allowing them to dribble, pass, and shoot. So what kind of defense are you really playing? I didn't see anything from us from a schematic standpoint where we were limiting Josh Allen to run, to read, and improvise. And because of it, I thought that was, for the most part, the game. Stay winning. Onside kick with 12 minutes to go was extremely suspicious. I agree. Nathan, I'm still confident about winning out from here. We have to go Lions. I agree with you. I think we can. We win these next 2. I think we all get it. That's going to be a massive game to end the regular season at Ford Field. Damien, a bad call with the first onside kick. Yeah, I'm with you there, man. I was real surprised by that. CG1K, Green Bay's revenge fixed beforehand game. It was only obvious. Okay. Let's see, Matty B. AG's unwillingness to change his schemes is the problem. That could be true. Mega Hustle. This is what Rob Parker was talking about. You're not wrong there. Trim Reaper, tough loss, not worried. Super Bowl rematch. Lions will beat them. I like the way you're thinking. Silver Servant McNeil. Yeah, let's hope we get good word on him. Let's see. Stay winning. Conspiracy level suspect. Might be. Joe, rush defense looked very rusty. Kind of like we haven't played together in a while. Man, you're not wrong. We've had a lot of people out, and this was the first game back. And to give credit where credit's due, Buffalo does have a pretty good offensive line. JDC, I ain't scared. Go Lions. I'll take that. Josh Allen is MVP, to be fair. No one can stop that guy when he has time to throw, especially extending time to throw. Correct. Bruin Run, defense doesn't have anything left. Probably lose one more game before this season. Let's hope not. Henry Moore, that was one heck of a game. It was. And again, if you like offensive football, that was it. Cody, I've never liked AG. How do you keep playing man when you're getting cut up? Well, that's a question. Pierce, so when do you guys start coming back? So when do the guys start coming back? We got some back this week. My guess is about 2 more weeks so we get some more guys back. Shah, well, I felt confident the whole game. We fell for a misdirection every time. We did. They owned us with that. And I'm guessing you'll see other people, Shah, repeat that in the next couple weeks. Vern, why should we panic when we have Dan Campbell as our coach? Fair enough. Great Lakes, see, 4 of 5 was a disaster all game. Man, clearly wasn't working. Correct. Stay winning. They will not win against anyone doing an onside kick with 12 minutes left. Let's hope they don't do that again then. L. Martinez, that first onside kick was the dumbest. I'll go with that. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong there at all. See, Silver Server, there goes your black line in the middle of the field and those funeral home uniforms. Might be. See, Tuggs Speedman. Why do I know that name, man? Why do I know that name? All the work Aaron Glenn has put into the defense. How do you think he feels about MCDC's show no confidence in his unit kicking outside so early? That's one thing I was saying during the live cast, man. So, yeah, I think you're spot on. Wayne, Lions just need people to get healthy. Concurred. Cody, run defense and a running game was terrible. I don't think you're wrong there. Great Lakes, yeah, that onside kick with 12 minutes was trash. What was he doing? That's a big question. Something we'll be talking about all week long. Stay winning. It's unexplainable. Correct, Jake. Only thing that matters is status of Lee McNeil. I would agree at this point. Him and Carlton Davis, although Carlton Davis, I'm sure will be fine in time. McNeil, that's the big one. Pierce, the fact that we have to declare an onside kick is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the new rules by any stretch of the imagination. Silver Server, outcoached, outplayed. Bills ran all over our big 4, supposedly fresh. Correct. TaylorMade, you just have to suit up and get after them next week. Agreed. This is now history. Learn from it, move on. Otherwise, you'll drag it on. See, the Bills, Cam, have this one. The Lions will win the rematch in February. I like the way you're thinking. Trim River still the best season the Lions have ever seen. Correct. Pierce, Why did the league take the element of surprise out? That's a great question, man. I don't like it. Blad TV onside started the game flat. Yeah, I agree with that. I agreed. Stay winning. Sheila Ford needs to give Dan a call and chastise him. All right. Pierce, we shouldn't have to declare onside kicks. I don't think anybody should. And I don't really like the fact that you can only do them in the fourth quarter either. That's just me. Mega also, there's no excuse for both Glenn and Dan Campbell today. All right. Allen is MVP, 1,000%. No way we're in that game without him. Yeah, you're right. Without him, I think they would have lost. Silver Server, Chris Foster going to be happy tonight. You got to be happy every once in a while, right? Henry Moore, they might have needed a wake-up call. They better bet next week. Yeah, be better next week. Cody, these new kickoff rules aren't good, especially on sides. I concur. I haven't been this upset about a play in forever. Well, hopefully you calm down and move on to the next week. Fred, live and die by Dan Gamble. That might be true. Jason, 1 game, 1 loss. Have a short memory. Heal up, move forward. Superdome or bust. Concurred. Go on and win these next 3. Get ready for the playoffs. Mega Hustle. Nick Wrong will be happy. Nick, yeah, right. I know what you mean there now. Let's see. Stay winning. The dumbest stuff ever. One Viking, this fan base is so funny. Watch out for the sky is falling, and Dan is the worst coach in history. Okay. Great Lakes, the most upset about McNeil. Honestly, that was season ending. I hope not, man. I hope not. That defense looked like it is collapsed. Correct. Pascal on Onsarika need to go. Let's see. Trimmer, try that stuff with Allen, and Hutch gets back. Correct. Jake, they lost by 6. Everyone freaking out is insane. 2. Correct. JDC, happy trails. Go Lions victory. We'll see you on the next one, my friend. Damian, it's December, and we are relevant. Go Lions. You're not wrong, man. There's been a lot of seasons. We all wished we would be relevant in December. Hopefully I'm wrong. Looked like a tear, though. We'll find out, man. We'll find out. Let's see. Can't they? Let's see. Guess we in the playoffs. Doesn't matter who we play. Correct. Hey, just line them up. We'll knock them down. Buddy got to win the next 3. Thankfully, we don't have to face an offense like the Bills. Yeah, until the Super Bowl. Correct. Aaron Glenn will, with that stubborn man defense, hates to adjust until it's too late. Correct, Donnie Bird. Correct. Let's see. Norma, the Lions seem to have problems with running quarterbacks. You might be right. Cody, the Browns fumble killed us. He played well at the end, but had a huge drop and fumble. Correct. Let's see. Ding bang. Let's see. Season is done. We're going to be 1 and done in the playoffs. Vikings will win the division. All right. Let's see. Great Lakes, different game. If St. Brown and Williams make those catches. Concurred. The Los Angeles. I know we have lost some, but come on, guys. It's 1 loss. Some of you are acting like the season's over. All right, Dennis. We will win them. We will beat them in the Super Bowl. Correct. Duante Davis. Remember these moments for the draft and free agency. The D-line needs a complete makeover. Okay. Jake, they don't have to win the next 3. They just need to be healthy come playoffs. Now, that could be a fair take. JDC Magic 8 Ball says defense wins the big one. I'll hold you to that. See, Muddy Edits, Eagles and Saquon would feast on our defense. Maybe. Cody, I really hope Glenn gets a head coaching job. All right, buddy. Bad game, but the Lions started flat. They did start flat. Too many injuries. I concur. Mega Hustle Commanders will help us out and beat Philly. I'm calling it. I'm liking the way you're thinking. And you know what? You might just be right there. All right, guys, I'm not going to be able to make it through all of them. My voice is, I can hear it already starting to crack. Sorry I couldn't get you guys all on, but, after 6 hours of broadcasting, I'm a little out of it, man. So, I hope you guys all have a great one. Have a good evening. Go Lions. If there is breaking news still tonight, I'll get it over to you as quick as possible. Otherwise, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys in the morning on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, all. You're still here? What are you doing here? It's over. The show's over. Go home.